Hello, welcome to Rank My Hub. And today you are going to learn about how to install PHPBB Forum software on your control panel. So first you need to get the PHPBB files. So you can uh, go to their official website and go to the download section, and you can download the latest PHPBB Forum software. So this is the download link. You should be able to download it without any issues. So we have already downloaded the PHPBB software. So we are going to install this. Log into your CPanel, go to the file manager and click on public HTML and upload the files. So meanwhile it gets uploaded, let's create a database. MySQL database wizard. So I have pre-written some configuration that I would like to use for this PHPBB setup. So I am going to just replicate the details here. So this is the database name. So the username is CAT, and this is the password I would like to use. Create the user and the database and allow all privileges, just like you allow it for WordPress installation. It will be the same for PHPBB as well, and click on next, and it's done. So you have created the database which is required for installing PHPBB. So the uploading part is done as well. You can close this window. So this is the extra file we have downloaded from PHPBB website. Now extract it to public HTML. So we have extracted the folder. Just delete this zip file. Get inside PHPBB3, select all files and move it to public HTML folder. You can go back and remove this PHPBB3. So now we have everything ready for installation. Let's go ahead and install. Before you install the PHPBB software, there are few dependencies required for this forum software. So just make sure that those options are enabled in your PHPBB PHP versions. So get now click on select PHP versions. So select the PHP version to 5.6. If it is not selected by default, you should change the version to 5.6, and these are the extensions that you need to enable. So the required extensions are GD, file info, DOM, Imagic. Iron cube is not needed, but if you could enable, that will add some extended functionality. MB string and mcrypt, MySQL, MySQL LND, opcatch. This will be useful for catching purpose. So Redis is also a catching based extension. So soap, tidy, upload progress, XML, RPC, XML reader, XML writer, XLS, Zengod loader and zip. These are the required extensions. So you can enable these extensions. If they are not already enabled, you can see the dependencies on PHPBB website. So here are the requirements. So the requirements are we support MariaDB 5.1 or above. So our database engine is MariaDB. So the SQL dependency is fulfilled. So PHP version should be 5.3.3 to PHP 7 or less. So we are using PHP 5.6. This is the stable version. So get image size is enabled by default, and JSON extension has been enabled by us. Let me. So here it is, JSON is enabled as well, and the corresponding PHP database modules like zlib compression and support, XML support, image magic support, and GD support. So these extensions are enabled here. So imagic, here it is. So GD is here, and XML, RPC, XML writer. So these are all enabled. And if you wish to change the memory settings and other settings, you can go to the switch PHP options, and you will be able to set the maximum limit to 512 MB. By default it will be set to 128 MB, but if you want more performance, you can apply 512 MB. And post maximum size, this is the maximum size that one can post through browser. So 64 MB is fine for general purpose. If you wish to change, you can change it well, and these are further options here. So you can change those things and click on save. So now the system is ready for installation. Let's go ahead and install. So as we have the SSL certificate installed on this domain already, we will use the SSL version and continue the installation part. So click on the install here and click install. So here are the details, few details that you need to enter. So I have already kept the details ready, which I am going to just copy and paste over there. Always use a password that is very strong, that should include the characters, lower case alphabets, uppercase alphabets, numericals, and symbols. So never use the generic administration details like admin 123 or administrator or admin or something like that. By using the details like that, you are eventually putting yourself into the security risk. So we are not liable for uh, any security issues that you face because of your own ignorance with the security. So always use the better usernames, passwords, and email IDs, so that everything will be fine. So all details are fulfilled here. Click on submit. So here you need to add some more few more details. So for as per the documentation, you need to use localhost as the database server name. Leave the port part, enter the database username, password, and prefix. So we have saved the details already. So this is the username. I would also recommend you to use the prefix table that is unique or it's different from the default suggested prefix. So I am going to change it for security purpose, so it will be more secure. So everything is done on this step. Click on submit. Now here you can set up some settings. So as we are using SSL, the secure cookies are turned on. So force server URL settings. So we have the HTTPS activated. So I would like to force the settings. So everything will go through HTTPS. So server protocol, this is the default protocol. So I have set up as HTTPS and the board runs on the fully qualified domain name. I am not going to use www as a subdomain, so I will just go ahead with these settings and click the complete. Enable board wide emails. So when SSL is running, then this setting is to be enabled or disabled. So as the SSL is running, it has set this to enable. Leave it later. If you would like to use an SMTP server for email, you can create an email ID here. So go to the email accounts and you can create an email ID, and you should be able to use those details here, and you can set up the required authentication method and everything like that. Or else if you want to use the default PHP mail function, you can just keep the option as no and click on submit. So this is very optional and you can do as you like. I am going to skip the SMTP part and proceeding with the installation. So this is the title of the board. So I am going to keep it as privacy here, which is the domain name. You can add whatever you like and click on submit. So this will continue the installation. Let's wait for it to complete. Usually you will not run into any errors or issues if all the required dependencies are installed and enabled in your control panel. Rank My Hub supports various scripts and forum software and lot of other content management systems. You can install most of the things without any issues, but the scope of support is limited to server support only, and for the application support you have to hire a developer, or if you are a developer or if you can manage things yourself, you are free to do it without any issues. So the installation is completed successfully. So let's go to the ASCP, that is admin control panel. So here you can see various other settings. Feel free to explore things yourself. We are not going to discuss about what are the things you need to set up or how to manage this board. The tutorial is meant only for installation part. So however, we would like to explore few more steps to make it secure. So for the password complexity, must contain symbol, set it like that, and for force password change, set it like 60 days, and number of password returns and all this you can keep it as it is. So validate referrer. So you can use the settings as you like. So we have changed a few settings, that is the password length you can keep it as 12 as the minimum and 100 as the maximum, and force password change is set to 60 and the minimum login attempts are set to 3, which are fine in most cases, and click the submit button. So the configuration is set up. Let us change few more settings. So the URL rewriting is enabled by default on our servers. You need not need access to Apache or something like that. By the way, we are not using Apache on our server, so we are using Lightspeed server, and it is enabled. The URL rewriting is already enabled. We have seen some customers reach out to us to provide access to Apache rewrites. It's not needed in our case. Everything is enabled by default. Just enable the uh, required options and click on submit, and it will get activated. So everything is set now. gzip compression is also enabled, and URL rewrites are also enabled. So you can go to board index, and you can see here the clean URLs are enabled by default now, and this completes the PHPBB info installation tutorial. So I am going to log out of this forum. You can check the knowledge base and user guide of PHPBB for further information. If you would like to host with us, go to rankmyhub.com, and we have plans for Indian customers and global audience as well. So the plans are very affordable. You can just go through the plans and pricing, and you will be able to choose the plan that fits for your needs. So all these plans are equipped with the standard features like unlimited add-on domains, sparked domains, subdomains, FTP, SSLs, databases, and we run SSD's web space. So you will see a lot of performance improvement at Rank My Hub. So you can explore things and uh, try us and let us know how we are doing. So we have a free trial, and it's completely risk free to try us. Thank you. Remember to log out of your control panel and dashboard before you leave, and once your work is finished.